Well, students returned to a class at a Virginia elementary school yesterday where more than 3 weeks, or rather more than 3 weeks after a 6-year-old boy allegedly shot and wounded his teacher there. Caitlin Huey-Burns is in Virginia with more on that. Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, good morning, Anne-Marie. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since that shooting, and the school reopened yesterday. You can see behind me some signs of support for the children. We talked to parents who were a bit anxious, but also cautiously optimistic about sending their kids back to school.
Come this way. When Thomas Britton picked up his 6-year-old at the bus stop, he felt relief.
He said he had a great day. He seems upbeat and happy. Everything did go well. I think it could have gone so much worse.
Britton's son was in the same class as the first grade student who shot their teacher, Abigail Zwerner, on January 6th.
He had a lot of anxiety. He loved Miss Zwerner quite a bit.
Part of the new normal at school, increased security. Students were given clear backpacks and told that any items, including their lunches, would be subject to search. Everyone was instructed to use only the front door of the building, where 2 metal detectors were installed.
This is a strong community, and we're here united, and we're here to welcome back our kids.
School administrators have been strongly criticized for missing warning signs ahead of the shooting. The principal has since been reportedly reassigned, and the school superintendent was ousted last week.
Abigail Zwerner was shot in front of those horrified kids, and this school and community are living the nightmare. All because the school administration failed to act.
For parents like Thomas Britton, it's about more than physical security.
I want to see teachers empowered. They need to have the power to act on the threats.
And for now, students here are eager to move on.
I hope everything will be like back to normal.
And the school is also offering counseling services for students and staff at any time. And Anne-Marie, as for the shooter, his family says that they are fully cooperating with local and federal law enforcement. And they say that their son has been under hospitalized care since the incident.
Wow. I wasn't sure how many parents or kids you were able to talk to. I imagine for some, it's just too much to talk to the media on top of getting their kids back settled into class. A lot of changes have happened at the school. Were you able to get a sense of just how parents feel about the changes, whether they feel, safer about dropping their kids off?
Yeah, Anne-Marie, and the school was prepared for kind of an onslaught of media at reopening. We were told to obviously keep at a distance. I should note that there's a sign in front of the school that said, media allowed not on the school premises. And so we saw a pretty organized pickup yesterday after school. The buses came. There's an organized carpool line, and it felt kind of uneventful in terms of the pickup, and that was kind of by design. They wanted to make sure these students felt safe. We talked to a parent who said that they had a school orientation before students went back to school, kind of trying to restart the year, so to speak, because remember, this was January 6th, so right as they were coming back from holiday break. And there were police officers here greeting the students. The mayor was here, so a little bit of a different kind of atmosphere, but they were all trying to kind of set a new tone and welcome students back, make them feel safe, and really help them to get adjusted to that new normal. And as you heard that child there in the package say, that's just all he wants, is just to get back to normal.
And new normal, that includes metal detectors and clear backpacks. Do we have any sort of update on the investigation? What's the latest with that?
Yeah, Emery, the investigation is still ongoing, but we have heard a lot from the teacher's attorney. And what was really striking from what she has said is that the school was warned 3 times that day that the student had a gun. The administration was warned by concerned teachers at least 3 times. We also know from the attorney that the teacher herself reported that the child had been bullying another kid or threatening another kid. And so there were all of these warning signs, which has a lot of parents here and the community, asking questions about how they were missed, why there was no action taken. And that father we spoke to said that, look, the security is great. This is now probably the safest school in America, he said, given all the attention paid to it. but the root causes here have not really been addressed. The idea of listening to teachers when they raise these concerns and taking them seriously. Now, there have been repercussions, as we noted. The superintendent has been ousted. The principal has been reassigned. Also, the assistant principal has resigned. So there's been a staff shakeup. But there are parents, kind of anxious about what comes next, and also the residual effects beyond the trauma of just that day.
And the teacher, Abigail Zwerner, she's out of the hospital. Do we know what her status is?
Yeah, she was in the hospital for 2 weeks. She's now at home recovering, but her attorney said that, look, this is going to have a lasting impact on her. This was a job that she loved. The students loved her as well. The parent that we talked to said that his son loved his teacher, and now they're grappling with not having her here, and she has a long road of a recovery ahead, according to her attorney.
All right, Caitlin Huey-Burns. Thank you, Caitlin.